Yes, my friends and family, good back today and welcome back. This is the West Best Media. Today we're going to dive into three countries in Southern Africa: Namibia, Zambia, and Botswana. You might have seen headlines: U.S. try to stop Namibia, Zambia, and Botswana from becoming borderless alliance. It's a bold claim, but it's not true. Or it isn't just another piece of misinformation designed to get clicks. Today we are setting the record straight. We looked at what Namibia, Zambia, and Botswana are really doing. Why the U.S. is not, and I repeat, is not blocking it. What happened? Now, this is another part. What happened if South Africa and Zimbabwe joined in, and how this could lead to a borderless Africa in our lifetime? Let's deal with the facts first, not fiction. In early 2023, Namibia, Botswana signed an agreement allowing its citizens to travel between the two countries using just their national ID card, no passport. This was done to boost trade, tourism, and connection between borders communities. In October, Namibia and Zambia announced a similar agreement during the Zambia 59th Independence Day celebration. Again, the goal was simple: make it easier for a citizen to move back and forth. For work, for trade, and for family visit. That was the goal. These agreements do not mean there's no borders. They mean the legal process of crossing them is faster and simpler. And here's the key: the fact there is no credible evidence that the U.S. is trying to block these agreements. No official U.S. statement, no diplomatic action, nothing. The U.S. interference claim coming from clickbites, videos, and speculation, not from any verified source. Here at West Best Media, we try to bring you the truth at all times. We checked and verify and verified to make sure what we're saying and what we're telling you is the absolute truth. Now, my friends, before we go on, when I ask you, please like and share and subscribe. Share the video to your friends and family so they can know what's going on. Like the video so we can know you like what we're saying. And subscribe so you can get a new video once we drop a new video. And also, leave me a comment and I will sure to respond to those comments. Now, let's move on. Why the misinformation is spreading. So, why do we see headlines claiming the US is trying to stop this? Well, some of it is because of history. The US and other Western nations have interfered in Africa's affair before, so people are quick to assume they're doing it again. Added in YouTube channels and social media pages that survives on sensations and sensationalism, and you get a perfect storm of misinformation. But here's the problem: if we keep repeating unverified claims, we weaken our own unity movement. Namibia, Zambia, and Botswana travel arrangement are Africa led initiatives, and they deserve to be recognized for what they're doing and what they have done. A step towards Africa integration without control, without outside control. Now, I have said, what if South Africa and Zimbabwe would join these other three countries? Now, let's imagine what would happen if South Africa and Zimbabwe join this borderless pact. First, we'll have a continuous travel corridor from Cape Town to Zambia, covering major economic hubs like Johannesburg, Harare, Lusaka, Windhoek, and Gabon. Economically, trade would explode. Transportation costs would drop. Goods would move faster across borders. And industries from farming to manufacturing benefit. Tourism would boom. A traveler could fly into Cape Town, visit Victoria Falls, explore Namibia desert, and cross into Botswana without passport hassle. For you guys who are watching, and I'm sure you guys heard of Guatemala, Africa biggest YouTuber, one of Africa's biggest YouTuber. Guatemala had done a series and how difficult it is for him as an African to get into another African country and the hassle he has to go to cross borders. So if our leaders could come together and start making this process much easier, they would be surprised to see how much the economy would boom. You know, politically, this would send a message to the world that Southern Africa can integrate on its own term. It would strengthen SADC unity, gives the region a more leverage in BRICS negotiation, and it makes it harder for external power to pressure individual country. Yes, it would. Because if you had all five countries now operating as a unit, it'd be very hard for US or UK or France to come in and pressure just one, because they'll be united. There would be a challenge. South Africa has a migration problem or migration tension. Its infrastructure need upgrading, but the benefit would far outweigh these risks. Here's where it gets excited. If Southern Africa pulled this off, West Africa could follow. Right now in West Africa, you have three countries that's really coming to one, and you're going to have a borderless, which is Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. So if the rest of West Africa could do that, then East Africa could join in. Then pretty soon you'll have mostly an entire borderless countries in Africa. We could be looking at the largest borderless zone in the world. That means a trade boom as Africa goods move freely across the continent. A unified tourism super zone from Cape Town to Dakar. A Pan-African workforce that can work anywhere without heavy bureaucracy. Strong collective bargaining power in BRICS. And the African continent free trade agreement, free trade areas, and the G20. This is where I want you to picture the map of Africa. South Africa, borderless. So think about it, how big it would be. The potential is humongous. Africa, I believe, we can build a stronger Africa if we unite. This isn't a slogan, but it could become a daily reality. I must emphasize again, the US so far hasn't tried to stop these three countries in Southern Africa, Namibia, Zambia, and Botswana, from forming a borderless alliance. The truth is even better. African nations are making moves towards integration on their own terms without waiting for permission. This is how unity started and how unity starts. Start small, one agreement at a time, one borderless at a time, and let's keep it grounded in facts and power by vision. My friends, this has been the West Best Media present. Again, my name is Neville Philpotts. Please like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and have a blessed day.